ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update before we start analysis. First things we refer to our last analysis, all right? Because my last analysis was when the price was within this move. Then within this duration, we didn't have the any update. Anyway, if we refer to our last analysis, we mentioned the first things we have been looking for to put this correction relative to this, and in the bigger picture we point on this. Okay, that's why I mentioned if the price cannot break 2275, then we can expect to get a deeper correction. As we can see, we had a sharp move with the breakout of this top, the previous one, and relative to this I'm talking, the price couldn't break, and then we have a down move. That's why I mentioned we can put the, if the price couldn't break this top, which is 2275, any drop we can expect to get a deeper correction in relative to this. That's why I mentioned in the bigger picture we can look for running flat. As what we expected, the price couldn't break, we had the down move, and we mentioned we want to see the reversal without breakout of this zone. That's why the first one was 2040, following by 1980. And as we can see, the price was consolidating at 2040. And there was no of them, the price couldn't break. Okay. And in the bigger picture, again, we have been looking for this running flat. And this is what we get. There was opportunity to look for buy from either from any of this correction we discussed like last time, and whoever get the trade from any of this, either we call it the correction of lag. Right now, they should move their stop loss to break even or book some profits. What I prefer, any trade from these three moves, at least move our stop loss either to 2275, or we put our stop loss somewhere around 2240. We prefer to put our stop loss above this correction. That means 2240. In case this one turn to a deeper correction, okay, and then from there we see if there is a breakout of this level, we can expect even the price drop to turn to a deeper move. If not, at least we are safe. Okay, anyway, it depends on the traders where they want to move their stop loss. At least we need to book some profit within this range. And the first things we need to be quite careful. If we refer to the indicators, if we put this top in relative to the previous one, if we refer to the MACD, we don't see the divergence in relative to these two moves. We're discussing about this too. All right, but another one showing me the divergence. Anyway, we cannot confirm based on this. Based on lower time frame, and in this case, we start with higher time frame. We want to see how we can look for trade and what's the next move. The first things in the bigger picture, we have been looking for the reversal. That's why we mentioned we want to put this one as the internal correction relative to the first and the last. And we have been looking for the reversal. Okay, and still we are more interested to see the reversal, at least with the breakout of the stop. But one thing we need to know that is still we can, even I mentioned based on the Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin chart, we can expect this one turn to a deeper move, deeper correction relative to this. That means still we can expect this one is the bigger correction. Okay, the reason is I want to highlight about that if we want to look for buy, we need to know about the worst possibility that if this one turns to a deeper correction relative to this, the next down move easily price can drop within this range. Okay, I don't want to say the price is going to drop. I want to say that if we're looking for buy, if we see the price is not moving in our direction, we need to know about this possibility. Okay, but anyway, we're looking for continuation. And if we move to forward chart, again, I need to highlight that since the price was within this correction, we mentioned we can expect the price drop, and we mentioned we can look for any down moves similar to what we have here and exactly what we get, because we mentioned that we can look for the running flat as a three wave structure. Okay, because when the price was within this move above here, we have been looking for this three waves structure. Okay, that's why we mentioned we can expect the price to drop. Either the price retest the previous low, or we get the running flat. And we more, I was keep highlighting about the running flat as what we expected we get. And no, one thing we need to know that, as we can see, even if we put as a running flat three waves structure, if we put this top in relative to the previous one based on forward chart, we see we have a divergence. And based on MACD, that's why we need to be quite careful. If the price continue as a sharp move, is good. But if the continuation as a corrective move, mostly we can expect this one turn to a deeper correction. That's why from now, if we want to look for trade, we need to know about this possibility. And what I'm really looking, if we look for continuation, we need to see the breakout of 2450. This is the first level we're looking for. And the next one is 2650. Okay, that's mean if you're looking for trade for buy based on forward chart, even based on 1 hour chart, all right, in the bigger picture, we need to see the breakout of 2450. Okay, and whether we should look for buy based on forward chart, we don't have any trade set up. The only thing is whatever the trade based on lower time frame within this range we got, we have to start to manage, at least book some profit, as I mentioned. All right, and even if we move to 1 hour chart, right now we see we have a correction, but whether we should look for trade or not, because if we want to look for trade, the only way is to put our entry above the top. And what I prefer if I want to look for trade, the price consolidate here another a few hours, another 2 to 4 hours. Then maybe we can consider any flag similar to any of this. Then from there, if we get any trade, we can look for buy, but as a short-term trade. As I mentioned, if we want to look for trade, we need to see the continuation as a sharp move, and at least similar to what we get here. That means we get a sharp move, then from there we move our stop loss to break even. Because still we can look for continuation, similar to what we get here. But any trade will be a short-term trade. Okay. And that's why the first thing is we need to see the breakout of 2450. Right now I'm looking at this level. Anyway, if we want to look for trade, we're looking at this. We need to wait this one turn to a deeper correction. All right, the price consolidate here for longer time before we take the trade. And whoever get the trade from here, at least move their stop loss to 2240. They should need to book profit from this to move. As I mentioned, based on forward chart, still we see we have a divergence. If the price cannot continue as a short move, mostly we can expect the price to drop. Okay, but it doesn't mean we cannot look for trade, because we cannot confirm. We have the information from the indicators, but it doesn't mean that information giving us the confirmation for the price to reverse. Still, we're looking for continuation, and in the bigger picture, we want to see the breakout of the correction based on forward chart. Anyway, from now, if we get any trade setup, we take the trade as a short term based on 1 hour chart, and we want to see the breakout of 2450. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.